Hey guys, in today's video, I'll share with you my experience of using the Nothing Phone 2 for nearly 5 months. This was my first Nothing Phone purchase as I had skipped the Nothing Phone 1. Initially, when I got this phone, I wasn't really impressed. But the experience kept getting better and better with every update. And now it is one of my favorite phones of the year. So without any further ado, let's get started with the long-term review of the Nothing Phone 2. Let's start with the design. This front with symmetrical thin bezels looks really nice, and this transparent back design is already iconic. The back glass is slightly curved to make it comfortable to hold, and it definitely works. However, this phone is quite slippery, so I definitely recommend a case, especially this Nothing case, which is almost invisible. The phone is quite thick despite having only 2 rear cameras and a not so big battery. But it's still comfortable to hold, and its weight distribution is done really well. In terms of durability, having a solid metal frame and Gorilla Glass protection on both the front and back definitely helps. So far, my screen is scratch free even though I don't use any screen protector. It has an IP rating for splash resistance, so it won't have any issues in light rain, but a better IP rating of IP67 or 68 would have been better. So overall, this design looks really nice and is built to last. Next is display. Again, this is a big positive. The display is big, bright and colorful. It has the latest LTPO tech to make it energy efficient, and because it's a flat screen, it doesn't have any ghost touch issues. My only gripe with this display is that it doesn't support HDR in video streaming apps like Netflix. It does support HDR on YouTube and that looks stunning, so I wonder why Nothing didn't get its phone HDR certified for Netflix. This is the only minor gripe I have with this otherwise excellent display. Coming to audio, here you get stereo speakers which are loud and the sound is decently balanced between the top and bottom speakers. The sound stage is wide with good vocal clarity, but the bass is lacking and could have been much better. Here is an audio sample. The earpiece is also quite loud and clear, and this recorder app looks so cool. I wish it had some useful features like speech to text that would have made this app even cooler. Coming to audio enhancements, it does support direct audio, but there is no Dolby Atmos support. Also, there is no equalizer to tune the audio to your liking. In terms of Bluetooth codec support, you get all the popular codecs, including lossless codecs like LDAC and LHDC. So overall, this phone is decent in the audio department with a few things missing. Next is the camera. This is one area where initially I was quite disappointed, but now I'm actually quite happy. So the camera hardware packed inside this phone is quite good for its price. You get 2 very good camera sensors on the back. Even the selfie camera sensor is a good one, but initially the photos captured by these cameras had poor dynamic range and were low in detail. But over a period of time, with many updates, now this camera system actually performs quite well. In good light, you get plenty of details and pleasing colors. Even in mixed light, this phone does a very good job of controlling the highlights and bringing out the shadow details. And that trend continues in low light as well. However, there is a little bit of over-sharpening present here, but the shots are noise-free, which is good. As this primary camera sensor is decent in size, you even get to see some good natural bokeh with close-up objects. Even the ultra-wide camera is very capable and close to the primary camera in terms of details and dynamic range. However, there is a difference in white balance as the ultra-wide camera tends to make the images warmer. It even has macro capabilities where it excels with plenty of details and pleasing colors. In low light, it's good but not great. Also, here the roles are reversed and the ultra-wide shots have cooler white balance compared to the primary camera. This is the overall zoom range of this camera system. While the 2x shot is impressive in terms of detail level, the 10x shot is complete garbage. I'm very happy with the selfie camera. It does a good job of controlling the highlights, takes impressive low light shots, and the skin tones are pretty much always spot on. Even the edge detection and dynamic range have improved with updates. In terms of video capabilities, this primary camera can shoot videos in 4K 60 FPS with stabilization. While the colors look pleasing, it is a bit lacking in terms of dynamic range. Even the ultra-wide camera can shoot videos in 4K 60 FPS, but here the details are a bit softer compared to the primary camera, and even this needs some improvement in dynamic range. This is a video sample from the front camera of Nothing Phone 2. Unfortunately, it is limited to 1080p 60 FPS instead of 4K. That is quite disappointing given the fact that selfie camera is quite important for social media and communication these days. So overall, I really like the camera capabilities of this phone. It just needs to improve a little in terms of video capabilities and add a few features like portrait video and expert video modes, as well as enable 4K video for the selfie camera. That will make this phone a complete camera package. When it comes to software, the whole glyph interface and its features take up most of the media coverage. While the glyph interface is an integral part of the Nothing experience, there is so much more to Nothing OS that I really enjoy. Nothing's home screen layout, its unique widgets and folder customization are pretty cool, and the lock screen customizable widgets are really useful. Also, I've become a fan of the way Nothing's apps are designed. They look modern and minimal, and yet have a cool retro vibe. I hope to see more system apps designed by Nothing in the future. Speaking of the future, Nothing has promised 3 major Android updates and 4 years of security updates with this phone. Also, Nothing OS 2.5 based on Android 14 has just started rolling out, and it brings some important improvements. I feel Nothing is doing a great job with its UI, as they are keeping it close to stock Android while adding useful features with regular updates. This is by far the smoothest Android skin that I have used, even though it doesn't have the most powerful internals. So good job Team Nothing. But if anyone from Nothing is watching, here is my wish list of features that I hope will be added to Nothing OS in the future. While Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 isn't the latest and greatest when it comes to performance, it is still more than powerful enough to handle pretty much anything while being very energy efficient and relatively cool. So the benchmark scores are great as expected, and even the stress test results are pretty good. But in real world performance, this phone truly shines. It can keep a good amount of apps in memory and handles everything with ease and confidence. Even in gaming, I found the experience to be very smooth and responsive. Weirdly, Nothing has imposed a 60 FPS limitation on all games. Fortunately, there is a quick and easy fix for this issue, and it's called Set Edit. Here, you just need to set the peak refresh rate to 59.99, and that's it. Now, all supported games will run up to 120 FPS. So overall, I really like this phone's performance. I just hope Nothing removes this stupid 60 FPS limitation from all games ASAP. Coming to battery, here you get a respectable 4700 mAh battery. Based on the battery size, efficient processor, and LTPO display, I was expecting good battery life, but the results were way better than what I expected. In PC Mark Work 3.0 battery test, it achieved 13 plus hours of screen on time, which is great. And in video streaming test, it reached nearly 20 hours, which is just insane. And with mixed use, including a lot of heavy gaming, I got nearly 8 hours of screen on time, which is again fantastic. These numbers are really good and also recent, so even after 5 months, the battery health is great. Coming to charging, unfortunately, you don't get the charger in the box. Fortunately, it supports power delivery charging up to 45 watts, so you can fast charge it with any compatible charger, which obviously includes the cool looking Nothing's 45 watt charger. This phone also supports 15 watts wireless charging and 5 watts reverse wireless charging, which is definitely appreciated. Okay, so I don't usually talk about these things, but the attention to detail in every aspect of this phone's design deserves a special mention. From the unboxing experience to the small things like the SIM tool and USB cable, nothing definitely deserves some appreciation. The fingerprint scanner is fast and reliable, but the positioning could have been higher. Face unlock is quick and works without any problem. In terms of haptic feedback, nothing has done a good job. It's not flagship grade, but much better than the cheap ones out there. In terms of sensors and connectivity, you get pretty much everything. One thing that could have been better is the USB port speed. It is only USB 2.0 instead of the newer USB 3.2, which is way faster. In terms of networks, you get 5G with a lot of bands supported. I found the network reception to be great and also got excellent 5G speeds inside my house. Alright, so as you have seen in this video, there is a lot to like in this phone. The hardware and software experience both are really good, and it will keep getting better with future updates. And now that this phone has received a permanent price cut, this phone is definitely one of the best phones to get under 40,000 Indian rupees. There is some serious competition in its price range, especially from OnePlus 11R, but having much better ultra-wide and macro capabilities and also unique premium features like glyph lighting and wireless charging make this phone a very attractive overall package. So that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel down below. Thanks for watching.